The truth is, reversing prediabetes is easy. Welcome back to the channel, ladies. Today we're going to be talking about how I reversed prediabetes naturally and lowered my A1C without medication. 2 years ago, I decided to have my sister, who's a doctor, read my blood work for me. And it was supposed to be something that would be fun, but what started off as a cute little sister moment ended up becoming a more serious, teachable moment when she had to tell me that my A1C was in the pre-diabetic range. Now, I was really lucky because my sister was very well versed on diabetes. Before she even went to med school, she was a research coordinator at a diabetes center for 2 years. And one thing that sticks out in my mind till this day is she'd always tell me that endocrinologists viewed their pre-diabetic patients as lost causes. They knew that their patients could turn things around by changing their lifestyles, but the unspoken truth was that they didn't have a lot of faith that their patients would do that. So I already knew what I was up against. I had to make some changes and I had to do it quickly. My first step was getting educated. Ladies, if there is one thing that you take away from this video, I want it to be this, so please pay attention. At the time, the doctor that ordered the routine blood work for me never called me back about my results. I actually ended up having to return for something else, and that's when I took the opportunity to ask about my high A1C and what it meant. And she basically told me that, oh yeah, you know, it's very common, it's not a big deal, just stop eating bread and you'll be fine. Now, if I didn't know what I knew through my sister, I would have thought, oh, it's common, like I just need to stop eating a little bit of bread and I would have moved on with my life. I don't think I would have taken it as seriously as I did knowing what I knew. So here's my advice. First, please stay on top of your annual appointments. This is going to make sure that you can catch things before they become serious. 2, make it a habit to follow up with your doctor and understand what your results mean. For instance, if you're having blood work done, your doctor should reach out to you just to let you know that everything looks good or to let you know if they've noticed something like a deficiency. But in the event that they don't, make it a practice to follow up with your doctor around like 2 weeks after you have that work done. Being proactive about your health is a good thing. And 3, always do your own independent research. Best case scenario, your doctors are going to do their due diligence and share all of the necessary information with you. And worst case, they have tons of patients and can only give you the quick rundown. It's on you to really take that extra step to educate yourself and understand the root of a problem, along with the consequences that you might have to face in the event that you don't fix it. Okay, so what is prediabetes? In my case, I learned that having a high A1C meant that my blood sugar levels were higher than normal for the past 3 months and that I had prediabetes. I also had a hunch that I was insulin resistant because I noticed things like skin tags popping up, and that is a telltale sign. Insulin is a hormone that plays a crucial role in regulating our blood sugar. When you're resistant to insulin, it means that your cells are not responding to that hormone, which leads to excess sugar in the blood. So where is this sugar even coming from, right? I came to understand that it comes from excessively processed foods, sugary drinks, and unhealthy fats. Our bodies also break down carbohydrates into glucose, which is a type of sugar, so that can also lead to higher levels of sugar in your blood as well. Now that we understand prediabetes, the mission is simple. We need to reduce the amount of sugar that's coursing through our bloodstream. But how are we going to do that? Glad you asked. Through natural interventions. To me, the first natural intervention seemed pretty obvious. Avoid sugar like my life depended on it, and limit those carbs. I let go of the rice, the breads, and the pastas, and prioritize protein that I learned doesn't spike your insulin when you eat it. I also learned that walking and working out were fantastic ways to improve insulin sensitivity. Because when you're more active, your muscles use more glucose. Same with intermittent fasting. If you're constantly eating, you're constantly spiking your insulin. But when you cut back on eating or just limit your eating to a certain window, you're not spiking insulin as much and you're giving your body more time to rest and allow insulin levels in the blood to drop. So these were the lifestyle changes that I incorporated and they worked like a charm. On special occasions, I did drink champagne, and I did my research and I understood that a dry champagne doesn't have a high sugar content, and so I felt comfortable having that be my drink of choice on this journey. I'm happy to share that my A1C is now in a healthy range, and through this journey, I'm now forever empowered to make better life choices with what I've learned. The truth is, reversing prediabetes is easy once you know the root cause. And if I can do it, you can too. If you haven't already, I hope this video inspires you to go and get your blood work done. And if you're watching this video because you know your A1C is a little too high, don't panic. Just follow the tips that I shared in this video and watch everything fall right back into place. Thank you so much for watching this video, and as always, stay fabulous, ladies.